So today we'll be talking about tracking emails. Every time I go to start sharing my screen, somebody joins. Okay. So today we're going to talk about tracking emails. So how that looks in InsuredMine, there's a couple different places. So in your actual deal card, in your deal card itself, you can see here, and I'm really crossing my fingers that I'm able to find one in this demo account, but I think I can. We're going to see in these different deal cards when you've sent an email. So right here, there will actually be a date and a timestamp to say when the email was opened. You can have it set that you'll actually get a pop-up notification so that you'll know exactly when somebody opened your email. Of course, if you go into their contact, you can go back, go to events, and you'll also see it in here under email. I might just go to the knowledge base to show y'all an example of this. But the reason that this is so important, and I've even used this for myself for getting trainings scheduled, or for any of our sales team uses this as well. So that way, if you've been working a lead, you've been trying to get a hold of them, and then you get that pop-up notification, or you go into their account and you see that they have actually opened up your email, maybe this morning, maybe right now, go ahead and give them a call. And then that way they'll be, they're like, oh, wow, I was just thinking about you. And you're like, yeah, I know. So that's why I called you. So that's the reason being for that feature. Oh, so that's going to be everything I have today. Again, y'all will see it probably more, it'll be more clear in your actual account because you'll have it like an actual email opened up because we just have the demo account, but it is awesome. Again, it's helped our sales team a lot. It's helped others that have been using it, like other agencies and stuff. So it just gives you good insight too. Cause in my mind, everybody opens my email right away, but they actually don't. So, it's kind of just keeps you on track with that.
And Amanda, I'm sorry, I jumped in a couple minutes after. Is this a feature that's automatically active or is it a setting I need to set?
No, it's automatic. I believe the pop-up notifications you can turn off if you like. That's the only thing that would be you'd have to do on your end is you'd click in here if you don't want them. And we were having some issues, so they might be turned off for multiple people for just the pop-up notification. But the actual like email being read should automatically show up if it was sent from InsuredMine.
So if InsuredMine is open, then the pop-up will come up.
Yes, exactly.
And this is new.
Yes, it's probably maybe a week or so. They were messing with the notification itself because there was a little bit of testing that needed to be done for it, but it should be released for everybody here on the call.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that then.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen anything yet, but
okay. Let me check on the pop-up and make sure we still have that released. I know it was becoming a bit much because every time somebody opens up your email, especially if you send a campaign, that can be a lot of pop-up notifications.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Let me check on that for you.
Okay.
All righty. So what other questions do we have?
I have a question regarding the single campaign drip. When you start that off, I mean, I got the thing that said that it had been sent. Is that automatically post to the? Is that supposed to post to the contact when one of those goes out? One of those contact drips goes out.
So what do you mean by sent? Like the date when you actually sent?
I have a campaign for soliciting individual PNC, and it had like 1,500 people in it, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to check this. When I did the analytics, it said that it was sent, but when I went to the individual contact to check to see if it was posted there, it wasn't posted. I'm just wondering if that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, it should. Here. It should be when you go to their contact. So let me just go to contacts here. And then you go to their name. It should be listed under campaigns. If it was like an email campaign.
Okay, so it'd be listed under campaigns rather than actually in the, I understand. I see what happened,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
The other question I had to do with, aging in to Medicare in the next 12 months. Is there a way that we can, put into the, result we get? Right now we get the name and oh, I can't remember what the three are, but anyway, there's three things, but I wanted to put the birthday in there because obviously I would like to be able to send a campaign out based on that
Mhm.
birthday, starting a year before the 65th birthday.
So this one for the client turning 65.
Uh-huh.
Go back here. Okay. So you could start at 360 days before
Mm-hmm.
they turn 65. Let me go back because it's going to be based off of their birthday. And we also have these different filters. So you could do like this age group.
Yeah, well, actually, what I did is I set it up starting at 64, at age
Mhm.
64. Everybody that's turning 65, between the ages 64 and 65, that it bring up a list, but it doesn't. But the list does not include the birthday.
It should be pulling, like, are you saying about the actual day and month?
I'm
Or
sorry.
'cause it should be like the reason the system's able to know who to pull for that time frame, or even for this instance, 365 days before they turn 65. The
Mhm.
system's pulling, saying these people are turning 65. We know this from their birthday. So 365 days prior to their birthday is when this is going to start for them. So
Okay.
you're not seeing it, the birthday, but it's happening behind the scenes.
Is the class turning 65 in the templates? Is that where you find that? Is there a template for that, or?
Yeah, well, yeah. So if you go in here, so this says, happy 65th birthday. So you would want to change what this message says. So you
Yeah.
would make this, let's say, this is what I would do if I was you. Well, this might be too much communication, but we'll just say every 2 months. And let's say you'll push this stage one. Oh, let me move this. Oh, it's not. So this would just be pushed, or you would just get rid of this stage here because this wouldn't make sense to go out a year or 6 months before, whenever. But this, let's say that you sent like almost, we'll just put almost, whatever. This would send out a year before if you set it up that way. So see, this is 365 days before their birthday.
Right. And well, actually, I set up a whole campaign, which actually starts 400 days before their birthday, which basically the first email you get 400 days is just, it isn't Medicare related, but it just says a team of specialists for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it features the affiliations or the individual I have that specialize in whatever they specialize in. And then on their 64th birthday, they get a birthday greeting from me. And
Mm-hmm.
4 days later, it starts a process that says something like, "Hi, I realize I'm a little bit early, but just want to alert you of the fact that your next birthday you're going to qualify for Medicare. And with your permission, I'd like to send you a bite-sized piece of information every month to prepare you for that transition."
Mm-hmm.
And so then what happens is, every month they get if they opt in, they get an email with a little video that has information that's pertinent to that particular point in time. So I guess what I need to do is to transfer that into this template.
Yes. Yeah, because this will do it for you. So this will pull that, like, this is like you could delete all of this content, but we have the logic built in for you. So that's why all these automations, especially for something like yourself, stand that even though you have all of your templates built and everything, I still recommend using our automations, because even if you don't use our content, you can at least use the logic that we've built in the system to pull.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
like, yeah.
Okay, I
Mhm.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay. What other questions do we have?
Amanda, I have a question.
Mhm.
When somebody sends me a text, I get 7 emails of that text.
7 every time?
Yep, every time.
Goodness gracious. Okay, let me show you how you can turn that off. I'm gonna report. Have you put that in to support you? I don't know why you're getting 7.
Well, I figured 7's a lucky number. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Perfect. Maybe we shouldn't turn it off. Okay. No, so what you can do is you can go to your pipeline manager under admin and then
What-
go to setting.
Hold on, because
Oh.
I'm going to do that now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in admin now, pipeline manager.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah. And then we're gonna go down to settings here.
settings where?
So if you're right here, so we'll go to this gear sign and then we'll actually click settings.
Okay, gear sign. Whoops. Jesus. It logged me out, and then when it logged me
Oh,
back,
yeah, it has to probably refresh.
click on admin. Good Lord. Okay, now pipeline manager. Sorry, I just wanted
No,
to.
no, you're fine. I'm still taking notes, so you're fine.
It's thinking. Okay, and now the gear sign again. And then settings. Okay, I'm at settings.
Okay, perfect. So we'll go to notification settings. It's like the 4th option.
This is it.
And then let me see. I don't remember exactly where it's at on this page.
So I see, do you want to enable daily, weekly, monthly recap? Yeah, that's on.
So yeah, if you scroll down, the incoming text notifications.
Oh, I see it.
Yep.
And it says notify agent via email of incoming text. I have that on.
So just turn that. So yours looks like this. Just click that and turn that off.
But I still want notifications. I just don't want 7 of
7.
them.
Okay. Let me, so what I would do is if you want to just go into support, I'm wondering why that, yeah, there's something weird that's happening that shouldn't be happening. If you just go to support, just put in,
Okay, yeah, I will.
yeah. And I'll make sure they look at that as well. Because it should be just 1 email for each text, not 7.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm thinking because you might have 7 licenses, that something in the system is telling it to give you an email for every time they get a text, but I'm not 100% sure. So they should be able to clean that up for you.
Okay, very good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Amanda, is there a way to find duplicates and merge them without doing one at a time, or how can
Yeah.
I?
We don't have, we're working on that for our next,
Okay.
on our future release. I don't want to say next release, about having that duplicate report of some sort.
Okay.
But yeah, right now we just have the, you go in here and you do the merge thing.
Okay.
Or you select multiple and then merge. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And are the automations, if I update a step in the automation, will it update automatically to the cards that are in the automation? Like if I change the wording on an email or change a timeline or add a step or something like that, will that update everybody's automation?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that something new? Because I made changes to an automation and the cards that were on already didn't get updated.
Really? Okay, let me. Let's see that. Okay, let me double check. It should update. I know for like campaigns, like it does. So I'm not sure why for pipeline manager automation it wouldn't. So I'll find out for you.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And
What? Oh,
last thing. as far as lists, I just want to confirm there still is not a way to run a list based off of source or referral source yet.
No, there is not. But let me ask about, I believe that's going to be because we're redoing our entire marketing part of InsuredMine.
Okay.
So let me see about that. I know we
Okay.
just added, not this release, but I think next release, we're going to add labels. So for now, you could add, we're going to have it so you can run a list based off of labels. That's our next feature we're going to
okay.
ask. Shout out to Kelsey for bringing that up.
Okay.
But I'll talk about that source as well.
And the label is on an account level, a policy level, or a card level, or what?
Card level. Yeah. So you can do it based off of tags. But we need labels right here. I know this is kind of a roundabout thing. I'm sure you probably have already realized that you can just, if you go to Pipeline Manager and you go to lead source, it's not going to let me download that either. Okay. I thought I could download my lead source. Let me add that too. Perfect. Yeah, I'll talk to Shabam about that this week.
Okay, great, awesome, thank you.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
I just want to ask if there is a way to extract my task list in Excel.
Your past leads?
Task list.
From like what from inside of InsuredMine?
Yep, the pending task. Can I extract that via Excel file?
Yeah. So in your contacts, you can. You can go here to settings, and then you can go to download.
Okay.
You can also do this in Pipeline Manager.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to settings, and then you can go to download.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, most places in the system, if you see this gear setting, they'll be like, I think you can even download your tasks. So like everywhere in the system, we have that. I know you didn't ask about this, but you can even download the list of your tasks that you have. So I think almost every list that we have in our system, we have the capability to extract.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda,
Mm-hmm.
in those templates that we're looking at, that Attorney 65, where is that? Where do I find that?
So there's a couple places. Let me go to engagement. You can go to automation, go to create, and then where you see client turning 65, you can click get started.
It isn't in my. I looked there and it wasn't in the.
It wasn't in.
No, it wasn't in the. In the queue. See,
You can also go to select template, go to all, and then you actually go to not all. Let's go to the InsuredMine folder, and then why is it not there? Well, it should be in that list. Is it in your list, Dan?
I'm looking at here just a second. I'm going to all. First, I'm going into. What are you in right now? You're in.
I was in InsuredMine. It should be an InsuredMine. It's not showing up in the demo, but I'm going to make sure we get that added today.
Okay. Well, I'll keep checking.
Yeah.
It's there somewhere. But I just gotta find it. It's a needle in a haystack.
Yes. Oh, I bet with you have so many templates too. So I would, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Amanda, while I was doing some settings, changing some settings while I was in there, now all of a sudden, I don't know how, but it changed the print to like Superman only print. How do I get this back to where it was?
Okay. Why don't we share? Can you share your screen so I can take a look?
Yeah. because I don't know. I didn't want it to do that. I don't.
Oh, it's really far away. Okay.
No, I'm right here.
I'm saying it looks really small. Is that what you're saying?
It's Superman view.
Yeah. Okay. So go up to these three dots up here, the very top of your screen, almost where you're going to about to X out.
Okay.
Click this plus sign. Oh, I just drew right over it, but up
Plus.
there, yeah, right next to you see 50%.
Oh, I see it.
Just click that. So whatever you're comfortable
Oh
with.
my God, I can see it.
There's some control buttons depending on your computer that you have that if you start clicking it, I think it's like F11 or something. It'll change the size.
Got it. Okay, I'm back to normal.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you hold control down and use a scroll button, it'll increase or decrease.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was doing. I was hitting the control button to add some people to get reports, and you know, it changed it. But, okay, thank you. More user error.
So Andrew, I just heard from the team, and apparently it isn't going to update the automation if you update it on yours, if you already have a card. So I will put that in as a request though.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What other questions do we have? Nothing else?
When you open the thing, you can choose, you can designate where you want it to open, like the task list or contacts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I had it opening on contacts, and all of a sudden it just changed to pipeline, and I don't know how to correct that.
Well, if you go down here to settings,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go to module manager.
Okay.
What is this? Does this say pipeline manager where I'm saying select default landing module?
Okay.
If you change that back to contacts, I'm not sure why it did that, but if you change it back to contacts and then you log out and log back in, it'll reset it back to contacts page.
That's too easy. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay. So if there's no other questions, then we are going to talk about best practices for setting up automatic renewal reviews for personal lines. Okay, let's do that. So, Josh, what do you mean in terms of reviews for reviews? Do you mean like, yeah.
What I mean is, like, let's say we write a client today,
Mm-hmm.
and then 9 months from now, we're reaching out to them to see if anything's changed in their life, if they need more insurance, less insurance, try to cross-sell stuff, but also some CYA, like, you know, and it's a little bit of just playing defense, because a lot of sales reps that are trying to take accounts, one of the first things they'll say is, well, when was the last time they even offered to review, you know, your insurance?
Mm-hmm.
What we want to do is use InsuredMine to extend that offer to everyone. And then those that want to, like, answer, you know, via survey, great. Those that want to book an appointment to Zoom with us or whatnot, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ones that just want to book a phone call, we're kind of what we want to do, but now trying to figure out how to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure at least one other agency does it somewhat similar or uses the renewal review. And I was thinking,
Yeah.
how do I get started? I'm like kind of
Yeah. So
the egg right now.
I think it would be, so I would think, look at this. Let me look at this website widget. Okay. So of course you don't have to use this form. But what I would think is that you would come into InsuredMine And I would use this renewal automation. Okay. And so it's going to be, before 60 days. Of course, you can change this, but what you can do is when you're working on these, and I have a call with Mindy today, so I can talk to her about setting this up for personal and commercial lines. But what you could do is you could make this first step not say this. You could, change this, and you could have a form, that contact us form that's on this right here. And this is a link. But you can see here that they could put this information in, and you could expand on this, and you don't have to use this contact us. You could use any form and have a link that says, like, let's talk about, renewing or talking about reviewing your policy. And then you could have, click here to fill out a form. So this form could actually link to another form, or they could just put phone, and you could have Zoom, or you could have text or email. And what can happen is when they click submit on this form, you can actually have it create a deal card on a certain board. So you could have like a review pipeline. So then when they're filling out this form, they're showing up, because maybe some people, they don't need the review, or they're like, whatever, I'm fine with what I have.
Yep.
So then they'll just ignore you, right? But then you don't have to really worry about them. Hopefully, of course, you can still follow up, but you could also have a board where when they're filling out this form, they're saying how they want to communicate with you. And then you're getting notified that a card's been made. And so you can even see when they open this email. So maybe they opened it, the card was created, but they never, followed up. You can see what time they opened the email. Then you can call them and say, hey, just wondering that you might be interested in reviewing your policy.
Awesome.
So it's a lot of different steps, but if you have the forms created, which I think we're working on for your website, it'd be super. All you would do is you would come into this automation, just delete this stuff.
And can you, when you're done, help me with mine? I just want to make sure this review form, I did it right.
Yeah. So you could
And
just.
Josh, it'll probably look like what you're looking to do, so it might help you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's say that this was the correct form that you guys have built. Let me just copy this. And then I'll just say hi, and then put this link in here, and then I could just send it out. And then, this is the second stage. So 60 days before let me make this 55 days before they're going to get this email, they're going to open this and then fill it out.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's see yours, Andrew.
Okay. Because I thought I set it to create the card, but I can't seem to. When I'm testing it out, it doesn't seem to work. So here's the form that I created on my forms list. So this is the account review form, kind of what Josh was talking about. And so, wait, I should probably just go into the settings to make sure that
so go
is this
back. No, so go back to the page we were just at, and then that little gear
right here.
Yeah, click that. Now, so pipeline. Okay, so click this private. They're all going to your shared board, which you probably don't spend a lot of time in.
Okay. I mean, I only have one license right now, so it's just me. So
okay.
But so there is a difference in between.
Yeah. So now let's just go over to Pipeline Manager and take a look.
Hold on. So save this.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so I can assign this to an agent. So let's say I'll assign this to the admin, and I should get an email notification, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So now we'll go over to your pipeline and go to the pipeline that you have these going to. Perfect. Now let's go to shared.
Oh, I see. So even if I hit all, it doesn't show up.
Yeah.
I see. So what's the? I missed this part in the training. I'm sorry.
So all is for the admin to see all of the cards that have been assigned to every agent.
Okay.
By agent, then you could just look at you. So if you click the by agent in the middle, that will then have a drop down menu for the different, for the different agents. Shared is like the wild, wild west of deal cards. They're not assigned to anybody. They came from the internet. Nobody knows who they go to before you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're just like, they're cards that have yet to have an owner. I don't know why we call it shared, but we do.
Okay.
But
I see. So then here, so in order to move this into mine, do I click here?
go back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go back, and then these 3 dots here.
Right here.
And then, yep. And then move to private.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So does shared just mean like not assigned yet?
Yeah, it's,
Haven't- Okay.
So a lot
Okay.
of people, they're just kind of like,
Okay.
we're waiting for somebody.
Now, why wouldn't it match up the contact that's already in the system?
It should. You probably did you put in an actual contact?
Yeah, like, so when I clicked on this when it was in the shared, it said it can't find a contact, click here.
Yeah, but when you moved it to private, it found the contact.
Okay, so now it found it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Let me get clarity on why when it was in shared, it didn't find the contact.
Okay.
I'll find out about that.
So if I click here, it should take it to the contact that I already have in the system.
Mhm. But the nice thing
Okay.
is, like, let's say this is someone that you don't know, and they go to your website, and then they just,
Yeah.
that's why we
Yeah, it
have.
doesn't look like it assigned it properly because this is not, not the right contact. What criteria does it use to find, do you know?
It should be the first and last name and then the email. It looks like you didn't, when you filled out the form, did you fill it out? Did you put like the email?
I'm pretty sure I did, yeah. But
Let's go over to form.
okay.
Yeah. And then what form and then go to forms list.
So I use this one.
Okay. Click view responses.
Okay.
And
So
then view next to it. And then let's scroll down. Okay, so all your contact information. Is that the email that you have for yourself in the system, the one that you put in at the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it says nothing found, so that's weird.
Yeah, and when we clicked on your name, it didn't have an email. That's so weird. Okay, let me look into that for you.
Okay. But so essentially it's supposed to work in that. And so I've got in my automation right now, that's really the only one I have set up right now, the renewal account review request. And it's in one of the stages that I created. And so I just want to make sure I'm doing it right, because I haven't gotten any responses, and it just seems weird that nobody's taken the time to do anything. And
But actually go back and let's
okay.
talk. Okay, yeah, we'll go back, and then you just were. Yeah, right below that, and then click these 3 dots here.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll click track. Oh, okay. Oof, I was like, what do you mean nothing is sent? Okay, so nobody's clicked. 59 have been opened. Sent. I mean, this person.
Now this did start about 2-3 weeks ago, so probably this email that I'm offering the review is not is coming up 30 days prior, I think.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they haven't clicked it yet, because I don't think I offer them any option to click on the first email. The first email is just letting them know that they've got the renewal coming up in 60 days. So so that's probably why then. So I've got this.
Open rate. I mean, that looks like people are opening.
Mhm.
I like putting as often as possible some sort of call to action.
Okay.
Even like in the first one, just to see if people are even interacting, because a lot of people, they're just anal about having all their emails open. So they just open, click out, open, click out, open, click out.
Okay.
But you don't know if how much time they spend in that email. But if they click, then you know that there was actually
Yeah.
something that got them.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So that's the first email. There's nothing to click.
Second stage.
The
Yeah.
second stage is a task.
Okay.
And where does this task show up?
On your task list.
On task list?
Yeah, I would recommend, I don't know what, we could look at that data point to see if you have any missing phone numbers. But since you can text within the system and you can reply, I really recommend doing the first stage as an email, and the second stage, a text that says like, hey, I just emailed you. Click here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Texting, I think text open rate is 90%, which is way higher than emails. So I would recommend throwing in a text if you can.
Oh, okay. All right. So this one right here is the review, and that's 30 days. So then I should do the text at that same time.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you say like, someone would be like, hey, Andrew, have you reviewed your auto policy on your phone? People are like, oh my gosh, what? Like, I throw people in a good way, but people are just not used to that yet. So.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will take that recommendation. Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Other questions? Anything? Okay. Well, if no other questions, then we can wrap up. All right, guys. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you, Amanda.